walk the sunken highways, we wander even roads, the emptiness becoming our abode. We're starting over, build something new. We've been a long, long time waiting, but we made it through. We're starting over, red, white, and blue. It's a brand new American dream for me and you. These West Virginia wildwoods across the world of waste, a garden with no fences and no gates. We're building on the ashes, we're lighting up the towns. Our reclamation day has come around. We're starting over, build something new. We've been a long, long time waiting, but we made it through. We're starting over, red, white, and blue. It's a brand new American dream for me and you. And like a mushroom cloud we rise and spread over each road and mountain range. New wars to wrangle and new blood to shed. We know that some things never change. We're starting over, build something new. We've been a long, long time waiting, but we made it through. We're starting over, red, white, and blue. It's a brand new American dream for me and you. It's a brand new American dream for me and you.
Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, or Senstaku, as you might know me on Twitter, the executive producer here, and I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us that people watch, listen to, and enjoy our shows. If you want to help us keep making these shows as fun and lively as they can be, please join your fellow fans in supporting us at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms or by subscribing to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/finalshowfilms. It really means a lot to us that the amount of you who do support us continue to do so, especially our $25 plus tier supporters on Patreon. Antitonic, Cat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Maureen Monty, and Gravity Alexander. Every little bit helps, so thank you to all of our patrons and subs. Check us out on Twitter at Final Show Films and on our website at www.finalshowfilms.com for updates, go-live notifications, and more. We love interacting with you, so feel free to tweet at us or email us at finalshowfilms@gmail.com. That being said, please relax and enjoy. We're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Everyone is Warlocks, Conflux, the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign that we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Jack. I'll be your dungeon master and storyteller for this whole thing. And joining me today is Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin, and I am playing Zoe, half Drow, Hexblade, Pact of the Blade Warlock.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Aurelia Clementine Evans, human archaeologist and Pact of the Blade, Great Old One Warlock.
And William.
And when I'm playing Wotan Saltspray, the dwarven pirate, servant of the thing beneath the waves.
And Cody.
Cody, I'm playing Cole Istasi, the shifter Pact of the Chain Warlock.
And Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm playing Diamond Katara, the Earth Genasi Archfey Pact of the Blade.
And Jeremy.
Hi, my name is Jeremy. I am playing Korshana Thavakri, Kalishtar, Pact of the Chain.
And John.
I'm John. I'm currently devouring the essence of a dead guard as Elishard Amasi, the Undying Pact of the Host Warlock.
And our last moments in Conflux were spent in the heart of the Dautrain Manor in Murkdreamer Lanes, where part of the Hawkshead Compact has just killed a solitary member of their rival compact, Dreamheart Road. The engagements of the day began as the majority of our warlocks confronted the larger division of this band of contenders, who were in the midst of staging a public execution. With the entirety of the ward and its assigned warders under their control, the Dreamheart Road Compact responded swiftly and viciously to the attack, but the Hawkshead Compact was able to withdraw as one of the enemy warlocks fell to their onslaught, forcing the defenders to rally around their companion in order to resuscitate him. Meanwhile, the remainder of our warlocks, namely Korashana, Elishard, and Zoe, accessed the basement of the Dautrain Manor, meeting a solitary houseless drow who apparently had been awaiting the arrival of Zoe. Introducing himself as her new mentor, Galadel prepared to simply observe as the warlocks began to prepare an ambush for whatever forces occupied the mansion. And despite fireballs and guards, the trio successfully defeated the initial forces arrayed against them. And now our eyes are once again drawn back to the streets of Murkdreamer, as the rest of the warlocks attempt to reassemble themselves in the aftermath of a costly battle. Wotan, you, as well as your rescued prisoner, Quinn Greymark, are skulking your way through the lanes of Murkdreamer, trying to dodge any observing eyes that might pick you out as an attendee or Quinn out as the subject of an intended execution. Diamond, you have recently resuscitated Aurelia. Aurelia, you have 6 hit points. And you are in the company of Rorik. And I believe Cole was accompanying.
I was
a
above
Raven.
Wotan.
You're a Raven,
I was above
aren't you?
Wotan,
Yeah, that's right.
watching the prisoner.
So, what are you guys doing to either communicate or assemble or make yourselves scarce?
Wotan was headed straight for the place that we had apparently met before, the warehouse, supposedly.
Yeah, that's where Diamond
Okay.
teleported her and Aurelia. Hopefully Rorik ended up there.
All right. So you guys are headed toward the Waterstruck storage warehouse. All right. Go ahead and give me dexterity and stealth, everybody. The exception of Cole, who is a bird and therefore not really attracting any attention whatsoever.
Dexterity and
That's a
stealth.
natural
Could
one.
I vie for a deception roll?
Just a
Because
stealth
I'm not-
roll because this isn't World of Darkness, Jack.
Because I'm trying to avoid notice,
Yeah, that.
mostly by not drawing attention rather than hiding.
I'll allow it.
Cool.
Oh
Oh,
god.
goody.
Oh, we're doing great.
We're doing great. We'll be
I was
fine.
planning on landing and seeing if I could get the manacles off of the prisoner dude
Okay.
before.
Let me roll for Quinn and Rorik. Oof, Quinn isn't doing great either. But then again, they are still clanking around in shackles, despite them not being attached at the wrists or ankles anymore, which is better than otherwise. And Rorik is doing about the same. Okay. Does anybody have inspiration that they're wanting to
Nope.
spend on any of these rolls?
No.
Okay.
They're all gone. Yep.
All right. So, Diamond and Aurelia, you guys take a moment, catch your breath. Aurelia, you struggle back to your feet, coughing a little bit and trying to patch up what perforations still remain in your body. You've been stabilized. Diamond's done her best to utilize the supplies of the healer's kit to stanch the blood flow, but there are definitely some, shall we say, seepy type bandages that are still prevalent. But after taking a moment to catch your breath and sort of steadying your legs, we're keeping an eye out on the rear to try and keep watch for any pursuit that might be coming. You step out and immediately slam face first into the breastplate of a pair of warders.
Yeah, that checks out. Are these the scary warders?
You see low face masks, basically plate metal cups that cover over up to about the bridge of the nose. There's some faint wear to the flesh around the eyes, which glow from inside with an unnatural yellowish light. And they just turn to you. Kind of look you up and down, hands on the hilts of their swords.
Diamond cast Fey presence.
Okay.
They have to make a DC Wisdom saving throw of 16. Or be charmed.
All right. Let me see. Yep, they are not immune to charm.
Thank God.
Diamond panicked. This was not. Oh yeah, this will work. It's I have nothing.
All right. One of them, the one that Aurelia slammed into, kind of relaxes and gives for a potentially partially undead individual what seems to be a fairly pleasant nod to the pair of you. The other one, who rolled a natural 20, gives you a very narrow glare.
And she definitely looks at the one that failed and was like, "Can you please protect us from your friend?"
Kind of reaches out and sort of shoves the other one, glances at him, and they just lock eyes for a minute, quietly blinking. And then the one sort of steps to the side and sort of gestures you down the sidewalk a little bit abruptly.
Yay! Yay! Holy shit! Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. No. Yep. Like watching behind us until this wears off or whatever happened. Just
Make
there.
a deception check, Aurelia.
Okay. Oh, deception. That's a 6.
Okay.
We're doing so good.
You can see them just watching you go very quietly, stock still. Rorik sort of bringing up the rear, cautiously sheathing his war pick on the back of his belt where he usually carries it, thrusting the shield to its hook on the back strap of the war belt that he wears across his shoulder.
Diamond, what was that? What, how long is that gonna last? They're staring at me.
I think it lasts like 6 seconds.
And then their heads kind of go together and they just start following you guys, probably at a distance of about 40 feet or so.
I cast Black Tentacles.
Oh, fun!
Stealth doesn't exist. Let's go.
No, yeah.
Following us. Yeah.
Stealth failed. Let's go for the big obvious one.
Yep. Listen, I've lost a lot of blood.
Pivot.
It's bad decision time. Here we
Look,
go.
at least that distraction we can run away from.
That's a dex save they both have to make.
Okay.
Evard.
One
and
of
their
them
black
fails,
tentacles.
the other succeeds.
Okay, so
Again.
20-foot square on the ground I can see within range, which is like 90 feet. So I'm kind of doing it with them just caught on the back edge and following toward us.
Okay.
It's difficult terrain, that whole area. And when a creature enters the affected area, first time its turn or starts its turn there, must succeed on a dex save or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage and be restrained. So one guy takes 7 bludgeoning and is restrained.
Okay, so the one guy takes 7 bludgeoning and is restrained.
Yep.
The other one simply takes a step back and pulls out something from his belt and starts waving it in the air. And you can
that's a
hear
thing.
a piercing
Yeah.
ting, ting, ting,
Run,
ting.
run.
But it's
Run.
vaguely
Yep.
crystalline. It's sharp. It carries through the air
Not good.
better than a normal bell would.
Not good. Not good. Not good. Yeah, it's
Oh,
starting to
we
run,
had
I think.
shatter. Yeah, no, we're running. We're running.
We're running.
We're running.
Okay.
Yeah, running. I don't think we're gonna make it that far. Let's get into an alley and I can hide us.
Okay.
And yeah, ducking into an alley, and then I'm gonna use hallucinatory. Not an alley, but if there's any sort of we were on the edge of the rim, or if there's any sort of rock.
Oh, you're not even
formations or something
close
like
to
that.
the edge of the rim
Nothing?
anymore. Yeah, no, you guys
Okay.
had to. Yeah, there was no escape. Diamond teleported you guys basically 500 feet directly away from the rim wall.
Gotcha. So
in
I'm
order
wanting
to
to use
extract you.
this. It has to be a natural terrain, according to this. I don't know if you'll let me do
There
city
is
stuff.
no natural terrain around.
Nothing.
Nope.
Okay.
This is entirely all urban.
Damn it. Curses. Never mind then. Running. I don't know what else to do.
Meanwhile, Cole, you have landed next to Wotan and Quinn.
Yep. So as soon as I land, I send the bird off to go start doing circles to look for where everybody is, and then I'll try
Okay.
to take the shackles off of Quinn.
Go ahead and make me a dexterity thieves tools check.
14.
Yeah, you're fiddling with these locks. They're honestly fairly well built, and your first attempt doesn't make any progress, unfortunately.
Okay.
You're starting to try and figure out where the tumblers in here are. And roughly about then is when you hear this faint, distant bell that sounds a little bit like an alarm ringing.
That can't
That's
be good.
probably the rest of them. We should.
At least one.
It's at least a group of them. Let's make this quick, shall we?
Yeah.
You know what?
Quinn
I-
is actually if you're going to attempt the dislocking again, Quinn is actually going to sort of give you a little bit of verbal instruction and assist you in the lock picking, so you can make your next one at advantage.
Thank you. Also, Wotan, 16. Cole looks like absolute shit.
Yeah.
He's bruised, bloody, and
Cole's
scratched
hands
up.
are literally shaking a little bit as he's trying to sort of get the nerves and pain under control. But as Quinn sort of angles the manacles into the proper orientation and kind of tells you a little bit about how she's seen these locks work, you're able to remove the wrist and leg iron shackles from around her wrists and ankles with the 16.
Awesome.
And she just shucks him off and kind of kicks him off into one of the gutters. Right then. Now, let's be on our way. Are we meeting up with your noisy friends, or?
They're going to have to lose their pursuers first, so we're going to get to our meeting point and secure it.
All right then.
In other words, we'll never see them
That's cool.
again.
Yeah.
I
This
send
has
my
been fun.
bird after. I send my bird in the direction that I hear the bell.
Okay.
If they're within a certain distance, I'll be able to see them at least.
Yeah. Are you transmitting sight now or
No, I'll wait until.
Okay.
Wait for a little bit.
Okay. All right. So you guys all start to maneuver in as unobtrusive a manner as possible in the direction of the water-struck
I will
warehouse.
disguise self so that I don't look like a battered and beaten person that just tussled with warlocks.
All right. You look like a battered and beaten
I'll be
type of
my
person.
I'll be my go-to the old elf lady.
Okay. Yes,
So
the old elf
that's,
lady. Excellent.
Classic.
All right. So you guys manage to maneuver your way down and through your best avenues. Do you tell Quinn where you're headed or just drag her along?
Wotan would probably share the location, assuming he knows it, because I don't as a player, because I wasn't there for that session.
Okay. Quinn nods. All right, yeah, I know what that is. Look, I know we just met and all, but either you got a knife on you or anything?
I will. All I've got's a little bit heavier than a knife, but
Yeah, I give him the hand axe that I got from the Durgar.
Okay. She kind of flexes it in her hand, feels the balance. Better than nothing, I guess.
oh wait, shit! No, I do still have my dagger. I hand it to her.
No, all right.
That's more my speed. Okay. And you guys begin to make your way off in the direction of the warehouse where you're hopefully going to be meeting. So Rurik, Diamond, and Aurelia have ducked into an alley after having blatantly attacked a pair of trailing warders.
Yeah, Diamond, I don't think this is not, I don't know what to do. Where is everyone? What happened? I don't remember a whole lot of
Got
thinking
away.
under that.
It's okay. We got away.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's alive.
Yes,
We're on our way to
Okay.
the warehouse. I think everybody's going that way.
Right, we need to split up.
You don't look good. I don't
No.
look good. You don't have any spell slots. I don't have any spell slots.
I've got one. I have an idea. I'm gonna try and hold them off.
Oi, let's talk more run.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Then let's run. We have to get away from here. We have to be faster than them. Hopefully we'll be lucky.
We can do it. Come on.
And let's see. Yeah, no, he trying to think what Rorik's doing at this point. Okay, so you guys are running. Let's have some athletics checks.
Okay. It's a 12.
Okay.
16.
Okay. You guys just book out as fast as you possibly can. Aurelia, you are feeling every breath just as stabbing pains, but you are trying to focus your mind and force through it to get as far away from the scene of your latest event as possible. You can hear the bell behind them, and it's following you and still ringing as you guys run and run and run. One more check.
Okay. Another
athletics. Yep.
Okay. 14.
Okay.
No! I have an 8!
I'm,
Why?
I'm glad you guys are getting all
Let's
these.
see if Let's see if Rorik can compensate for you.
I'm glad you guys are getting all these
even
natural
say it.
ones out of the way so that the
That's
three
not-
of us are.
No.
That is not how it works.
I know.
Every time somebody says that, the other side starts rolling nat ones.
So Diamond, you're running, but all of a sudden there's a pothole that you didn't see, and your foot goes in it, your toe catches, and you slam hands and knees down onto the pavement as the bell starts getting closer and closer behind you. And then a sturdy hand grabs your collar, and you don't so much get lifted up as just like to your feet. Your hands can't quite reach the ground anymore, but your toes are still dragging. But your velocity does not seem to have stopped at all. Have you ever seen a kid kind of like picked up by the straps of its overalls in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing that to you by your collar, more
Yeah.
or less.
Yeah.
And something red hits the ground kind of just off to your right hand side as he just spits a mouthful of blood. Apparently, he's biting his own tongue in order to invoke his rage.
Oh.
And Aurelia, you hear Diamond hit the ground behind you, and then all of a sudden you just hear thump, 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 and Rorik just rips right past your right hand side. It's the Captain America on your left, but he's dragging Sam Houston with him, as well as, and he is gone, more or less leaving you to catch up as best you can.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Fuck.
One more athletics roll from each of you. Gotta love Rorik in his natural 20s.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
You are losing.
There you go.
You are
Fuck.
losing wind, Aurelia.
Yeah.
And these guys they're about a block behind you at this point.
Okay.
Apparently they took some time to try and get that one guy out of the tentacles, but if this keeps up, it's looking like they're going to catch you within the next couple seconds, honestly.
But
Unless, if you've got plans, go for it.
Did Rorik take me 30 feet away from her?
You're not quite 30 feet away, no.
Okie dokie.
You're about 20, 25 feet ahead. And you're with a 22, you are back up on your feet and running under your own power again now.
Okay. Diamond's gonna cast a minor illusion, and next to Aurelia is another Aurelia
okay.
that is standing. So because it's a minor illusion, so it can't move.
Right.
Mhm.
But it's she's trying to put it like in a place that like at a corner. So if Aurelia keeps running, hopefully the guards can see the fake one and investigate it.
Okay.
With their
yeah.
swords.
Are
That
Yeah,
look,
are
5
they, like,
seconds
in
stop to
full-
investigate something while you're running.
Oh, no. I was just saying,
Yeah.
investigate it with their swords.
Yes.
They stab through the illusion.
How tall is Aurelia?
I'm 5'6", I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to make basically Aurelia sort of crouched over like she's trying to catch her breath, but
Yeah.
somehow not moving at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's see how their insight is. As you run past and leave the image there.
Mm-hmm.
Da.
And
What's your spell save DC?
16.
All right. So you guys round the corner, leaving the illusion behind you.
mhm.
Make a perception check, Aurelia, since you're the one in the back.
Sure. 14.
You hear 2 swords hit the stone side of the building that you just rounded.
Okay.
Which will give you guys advantage on your next athletics check against them,
All right.
since
Sure.
they stopped to try and murder a non-existent being.
Here we go. We have advantage, you said?
Yep, you've got advantage.
18 then.
18,
25.
25. All right. Well, there's a natural one for them. And you guys manage to get enough distance as they sort of figure out what's going on and then try and resume their pursuit. You guys get enough distance that you have broken line of sight to them at least. As you turn on your next intersection, leaving them with a myriad of options to potentially choose from as they try and figure out where exactly you guys have gone.
All right,
Diamond's
all
going to
right.
cast Prestidigitation. If Rourke is bleeding, she is going to clean that up as they go. You will not leave a trail.
That's good.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna leave a major image behind us, I think.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's
okay.
lovely.
Minutes. Since they kind of tried to do that, I'm gonna let's see, it's sound, smell, temperature. I can use as long as you are within range of the illusion, you can use your action to cause the image to move to any other spot within range, which is 120 feet.
Yep.
Okay. So basically, I'm gonna have us as we make another turn to kind of lose them further. I'm gonna make us, and I'm gonna have us go.
Well, you can
in a
make
different
one
direction.
of you. It is an object,
20?
a creature, or
Okay.
some other visible phenomenon.
Visual phenomenon. Okay.
Yeah, you can only do
Then I'm gonna
one
have it look like
creature. You are okay. Diamond.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it look like Diamond then, because they
All right.
already tried to kill the one that was me. So we'll do Diamond this time.
All right. And what is Diamond doing?
Diamond is
It really is an illusion. Diamond must be real.
Diamond's gonna stand there with her sword out and yell something. I don't know. And then run.
Let me yell over here. That's
Over
totally
here. Yeah, classic.
Classic.
And then run.
You
run
will
over
never
here.
realize
Dum
that you will never take our freedom.
Yeah, something like.
What's your spell save DC?
My spell day is 15.
15.
It is an intelligence check, I think. Yeah, investigation.
Investigation. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, one of them rolls a natural 1.
Yay!
One of them rolls a 14.
Okay. Yes.
So they stop and pull out their longbows, because ranged weapons are great against swords.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you can hear the twang of bowstrings behind you as just
I have
arrows.
I have the illusory diamond react to that.
Okay.
Because I can still it can still, as long as you're within range, you can cause the image to move and like alter its appearance. So it.
But how
dancing.
realistic is the movement?
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
Is this like?
It's just a stock damage animation that's not at all in line with whatever's
I was
happening.
gonna say,
It's just the model
is this
going,
like?
I try.
Is this like 1960s B
alternately,
movie, like
A
reacting
magic
to?
shield kind of appears behind Diamond so that it looks like the arrows were deflected by magic.
No.
Except you can't do anything about the actual arrows that they can see moving.
Yes.
Okay, so have it wobble shimmer.
I just like the idea of like the arrows.
Look, I'm solving the animation problem, not
That's
the
fair.
believability.
I just like the idea, like the arrow hits the fake Diamond in the head, and then magically an arrow appears stuck in Diamond's leg, while the other arrow continues through and hits the ground. It's like,
What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm trying here.
Okay.
No, this is great.
But so yes, though their attacks immediately reveal the thing to be an illusion, they still stopped a good ways away, and you guys are definitely clear of them being able to see you when they get to the intersection. So
Okay.
you have more or less lost your pursuers,
Those ones anyway.
but you do know, but you have placed the ward on alert for your
Yep.
presence.
Yeah. Where are we? How close are we to the warehouse?
Give me a history check.
Okay. Do I get any advantage from Keen Mind? I can track time, direction, and detail with uncanny precision. I have been this way. We've walked the streets
Mhm.
here.
You get a advantage.
Okay.
11.
20.
20.
Yeah, Aurelia, you pick out a couple landmarks, which lets you more or less fairly accurately guesstimate your relative position
Okay.
to the warehouse, and establish at least a vector of approach that should take you pretty close to that direction without going past anything too hazardous that you're aware of anyway.
Okay. How far are we?
Probably a good 15, 20 minutes walk.
Okay. Can you change? I don't have a spell left. You can't change how we look at all, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I guess we try and stealth again. Hopefully that works. We need to get closer. We're about 10, 15 minutes
Yeah,
out.
because what are you guys wearing currently? Besides your armor, if any?
I mean,
Armor.
Diamond has the cloak of protection, and she's not wearing she has the armor of shadow, so she looks like she's wearing her regular clothes.
Okay.
Normal dress and armor.
So Rorik kind of grunts a bit and then reaches down and just grabs the hem of Aurelia's dress and starts ripping it off.
Oi!
And he pulls off like a strip probably about a foot wide and about 18 inches long and just ties it around the lower half of your face.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks. Great disguise. This is not at all suspicious looking.
Put your cloak over your face, princess.
Yeah, Diamond does that. And I can make the armor look, the armor shadows can it look like anything?
Look like anything.
No, it's not an illusion. It's just increased AC to anybody who's not wearing armor.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't change the appearance. You
Dang
just
it.
get it's a magical force field.
Yeah. Okay. Cook hood up.
Yep.
Over face.
And let's see, how good is Rurik at this sort of thing? Probably not great. No. And Rurik is just walking. He's decided that there's nothing he can do about himself.
Okay.
But he does seem to be just trying to stay in your guy's shadow. It's not working, but he's trying.
Yeah.
Wait,
So I guess
wait
we-
a second.
we-
Wait. We don't. This is just goofy, but it'd be really funny. Remember that thing of fancy clothes I got from the kobolds? Can Rourke wear a
No.
set of fancy clothes? He can, if he wants to use it to disguise himself.
Sure.
A disguise for Rorik is kind of just like a shirt.
I don't know who this dwarf is.
We always
wearing a
identify him. We always identify him by his
By the-
pecs. You can't really
yeah.
tell who he is when he's wearing one of those things.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Weird.
That's great.
Yeah,
Totally
Diamond
different person.
hands him the fancy clothes to do what he
So-
will as a disguise.
He pulls the jerkin down, which reaches roughly to his belly button.
Beautiful. He
Sticks
matches
his
me
head
now.
out. He sticks his head out. Still the enormous, poof of white beard and
Yeah.
bald head with the tattooing down it.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like himself, just in an ill-fitting, kind of jacket thing.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
no,
great disguise.
We'll just say that on his deception check, even with advantage, because you guys are helping, he rolled 2 3s.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Just
no.
beautiful.
But he begins walking extremely quietly as he sort of starts leading the way with Aurelia's instructions.
Yep.
He's
yeah.
decided that he's going to walk in front since that's where the threat came from last time.
Okay. Yeah, stealthing along. Do we need to make stealth checks again?
Yep, you guys can make stealth checks.
Okay. Do we get advantage from bandit bandanas?
No, you might get advantage or disadvantage on deception checks for that,
Okay.
but not for stealth.
It's a 14.
14, all right.
A 10.
10. Somebody got to do something about her dex.
It's character development, okay?
Yeah. All right. So you guys, as well as Quinn, Wooten, and Cole, are all making your way toward the warehouse. Meanwhile, back in the Dautrain Manor, you guys are surrounded by the corpses of your victims.
One less because I just ate it.
I mean, the corpse is still there. It's just a lot smaller than it used to be.
I eat everything, equipment included, according to the description.
Okay.
It's just gone.
All right, then.
I clean up after myself.
I mean, that's courteous, especially when you're in somebody else's home.
No muss, no fuss.
Please never rage on anything that anybody that's holding important artifacts we need for the storyline.
I can stop it from happening. I just didn't care to stop it.
Yes,
then.
but would you?
Sure.
This is you.
That'll depend.
Cora just going, drop it!
Speaking of important artifacts,
Spit it out! Spit it out!
Get it out!
No, bad Nightwalker, bad.
He takes a rolled up broadsheet and smacks it right on the nose. What was that, Zoe? For Zoe?
I don't see anyone else in the immediate area.
Not in the immediate area, no.
I'm gonna go over to what remains of the mage.
Okay.
See if he has anything important on him.
He is, let's see, what does he have on him?
I'm going to start grabbing the warder corpses and dragging them towards the basement, since I'm still in this transformation for another minute now.
Mm-hmm. So the war pick that he had been wielding is gone. He's wearing a set of studded leather armor. He's actually got a tool belt on. He seems to have almost a full set of mason's tools that he's wearing around his waist. He has 17 gold and 6 silver.
Sorry.
That's all good.
17 gold and
6 silver.
all right.
And a components pouch as well, with a number of reagents that one would use for the material components for spellcasting.
I don't need either of those.
Does he have?
Yeah, I'll leave the focus in the mason's tools. Just take the cash.
Does he have a ground up black pearl worth 500 gold in his components?
He does not have 500 gold of black pearl powder. No.
Damn it.
Very specific.
He's got a couple small vials and that sort of thing, but you know. Galadel slowly walks into the room, glances around with a nod. Well done. Keenly struck some of those blows.
I can't necessarily see what I'm doing, but I am.
Okay.
So yeah, taking the warder bodies down to the basement, removing them out of their gear in case any of, because I can see the gear with my blind sense, with my tremor sense, but I can't tell if it's usable as disguises or not. So I'm just removing them all as best I can for when I'm out of my transformed state and can look at it.
Okay. Sounds good. Give me just a straight dexterity roll. Let's see how good you are at undressing corpses while subsumed by your Nightwalker symbiote.
Straight dexterity check?
Just straight dex. Unless you want to make it sleight of hand.
No, dex is fine.
Okay.
11.
It takes you a little while. You're able to get some of the larger outer pieces off. Some of it is just removed by simply slicing through the leather that's running through the buckles and that sort of thing. Buckles are hard with Nightwalker hands. Yep.
My hands are malleable, though.
Yeah. Buckles are still hard. And go ahead and give me perception checks, everybody in the house.
There's going to be more of them.
There's
Natural
just one
20.
dude on the couch going, "What the fuck just happened?"
23.
The two of you definitely hear.
6.
Yep.
I do not hear.
Cora, you're just kind of sitting on your couch,
Yep.
taking a breath.
Yep.
Trying to reestablish your zen.
Yep.
The other two of you, Elishard and Zoe, however, can definitely hear heavy treads upstairs. There are certainly other people in the house,
So,
and they seem to be coming your direction.
okay. In that case,
Do we want to set an ambush? Sure, should we go and meet them?
I'm sorry, what?
Do we want to set an ambush or should we go meet them?
4.
Upstairs, mostly.
With my natural 20, Jack, can I tell, just from the vibrations, what side of the house they're going to as to where the stairs might be?
Yeah, you seem to think that if we're going standard north, south, east, west with
Yeah.
the orientation of the map right now, they'll be coming from the east side of the house.
So I will hold up, because I still have a minute left on this. Thumbs up towards Zoe, and then sort of a follow motion. And I'm just going to lead us out to the door. There's this hallway over here. And
Okay.
point down towards the door that they're going to be coming from.
Which would be this one here.
And I probably do still have my dark aura up.
Sure.
Because it lasts. Oh, wait, it lasts a minute. Never mind.
And then
Waste of a goddamn spell.
And then I'll sort of point at the, I'll point to the doorway to the basement, the doorway across from that one, and then a third doorway that we haven't checked in yet. As sort of like ambush points.
I'll try the one across from the basement stairs first.
Okay. Virshan will post up in this one.
Okay.
Cora, are you following this gang?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Galadel is
assume we
going to
can
just...
get these doors open, that they don't lock every single room in their house.
Yeah, no, these interior doors are all unlocked.
Cool. I would
And
like to
Galadel
be in
just-
front of Cora because I want to be able to stab.
Fair enough. And Galadel just posts up right here at the intersection. Just kind of waiting.
And then, so I will, while we can still see each other, I'm going to close my door to indicate what we should do, tap the side of my head, and then mime slamming the door open.
Okay, yeah, I'll close my door.
Pretty clearly indicated, yep. Mm-hmm.
So,
To be clear, we did not get a long rest or short rest. Short.
No,
Clearly.
you haven't had
Did
any...
we spend 8 hours sleeping in here?
Yeah,
Because-
you just set up in the little sunroom here
Yeah.
with the glass overlooking the balcony.
All the guards left us alone for 8 hours.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, there has not been time for a short
No,
rest.
that's
You guys
the
are
rule. The dungeon monsters can't leave their rooms.
that's right.
Everybody's
we're playing,
grounded.
we're playing Hero Quest, right? The monsters don't exist till you open the door.
Cool.
Exactly. Schrodinger's goblins.
Or until you search the room and fail to find. This room is empty. I searched for gold. You find a monster. Where the fuck were you? Under the table.
Exactly.
Just waiting for my
All right.
chance, really.
Monsters can hide under tables too. Don't try to limit them.
No, exactly. It's like, I was just under the table waiting.
I just wanted you to rob me first. Then I feel more justified in doing this. You know,
Right?
We have stand your
Kind of a
ground.
legal thing.
We have stand your ground and defend your castle laws here. So I have to.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
I mean, I feel like even if you don't have stand your ground laws, generally self-defense
Oh, no.
when there's an armed attacker literally in the same room.
No, absolutely. It's just funny to hear a monster saying it.
Yeah.
So yes, we have set up an ambush and hopefully communicated, wait till they're here, then jump out.
Mhm. All right. So you guys have prepared actions in place. I assume it's when somebody gets within range of being attacked, more or less.
I'm hoping that that they'll wait until, because I'm at sort of the end of this ambush, that they'll wait until I jump out, so that we sort of trap them between the doors rather than triggering it where Virshana is. But I don't know if that
I
was clearly
think
communicated.
we're hoping that more than one will come at once, that we can pin as many as possible.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So that I become the hammer and Virshana becomes the anvil, and Zoe and Cora are the assistant smithies hitting it from the side.
I think that would be the fire. I think that would be the heat of the forge.
There we go. We'll go with that.
So Zoe, I'm going to say your door is cracked enough to where you can still kind of get a slight angle on Galadel where he's standing currently. You hear a door down the hall open, and Galadel is sort of just leaning heavily on his staff. And you see him kind of smile, wave, and then sort of point to the sunroom and go. And then you hear footsteps coming down the hall.
So I am waiting for one of them to get on the other side of my door, which I should be able to tell with my tremor sense.
Yeah.
And then basically I am going through the door at them, hoping that the door adds a little bit of extra damage as it hits them.
So they get roughly here, let's say. Yeah. And that's when you go,
wham!
All right.
Just erupt through the door.
Okay.
I'm really excited for you to go through the door, through the wall, through me, and through the stone wall on the outside.
That would be especially impressive.
Perfect
because
outline, though.
That would be like everyone is kind of in a line.
Elishard, the human lightning bolt.
Yep. All right. So Elishard will let you go first, and then everybody else is just going to go in order of initiative for this first surprise round.
All right.
You get advantage on attacks because surprise.
Surprise, motherfucker. We're going to say it's a bashing attack because that makes the most sense to be going through a door.
Yeah.
28.
That's a hit.
That's going to be 15 bludgeoning damage, and I'm also adding my Precision Predator to that. So that's 35 bludgeoning damage.
Do you have to spend a hit die for that?
Yeah, I spend a hit die for that. I have 3 left. Now I have 2 left.
All right.
Bonus attack, bonus action, tail strike, 22.
22 also hits.
For 7 slashing.
Okay.
I can only do Precision Predator once per turn. Otherwise, I would just...
Otherwise, it's broken AF.
Blender!
Okay. Which brings us to Zoe.
So I'm doing something a little bit different.
Okay.
I'm using Green Flame Blade, which I just remembered that I have had since this started.
Okay.
Actually.
It's a good spell.
Do you...
I have 2 different ones. I'm going to use Green Flame Blade because that's the jumps to another person one.
Yes.
Right.
If you don't have the damage updated to our current level, I do on mine, so I can tell you what the number.
Yeah, you might need to roll the Green Flame Blade damage for me.
Sure.
But 28. Wait, sorry, advantage. 28.
28. That's a hit.
11. I think that's piercing.
Yeah. So you're gonna get an extra 2d8 fire to the initial target, and then an extra 2d8, and then a 2d8 fire, a 2d8 plus your charisma score fire to a secondary target next to it.
Which would preferably be the one on Elishard, because ideally I'm lighting this wood door on fire.
Okay. So roll 2d8 for your primary attack, which is the guy directly in front of you.
An additional 11.
Okay. So he takes 22.
And then 2d8 plus your charisma score to the other one.
plus charisma is a thing I totally know.
Or plus your charisma modifier, I
16.
should say, not score. But yeah.
Another 16. So the fire and the sword strike thrust into this first one, igniting part of his armor across the chest, and then the flame leaps with a burst of green energy into the other one. And you can just see the fire catch on the back of his neck and consume both down and up, and he collapses forward onto his face. Very
Nice.
much.
Could I?
Elishard now has a place to stand, which was my goal.
Yeah, because I came crashing through. Could I say I was sort of in his square, or
I mean,
just to sort of provide that bookend to the hallway?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can shift into that square if you want. I'm
Sweet.
cool with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
You just deleted your initiative tracker.
Yep, I do that a lot. Okay. And that brings us to Virshana next, who's just going to slam into this guy directly in front of him, utilizing his multi-attack. With a hit. And another. Oh, and a crit. Excellent.
This hallway is now decorated with ash, claw marks, and a broken door.
I mean, pretty much. Pretty darn. Okay, so that is 25 damage to this guy. 2 heavy strikes. And then Cora goes.
Yep. These they seem to be. I will just on the one that I can see. Let's not use anything that requires resource expenditure. We will just. How much is Mind Sliver at this point? It should be. Yeah, we'll Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Of which you get 3 at this
Nice
level,
cold.
I believe, right?
Yep. Nice cold bolt. So force 14, 22, and 25.
Well, the first one rockets just past his face mask and slams into the bricks on the other side. The next 2, though, bam, bam, solid strikes into his flank.
For 11 force damage total.
Nice. Yep. Definitely
Still at
denting the
advantage.
armor and injuring him underneath. Oh, all those attacks are still at advantage if you want to roll 3
Oh,
more attacks
you're
and see if
right.
that first one hits or
You're
if any
right.
of
You're right.
them
You're right.
crits.
So that would then be a 22. So it's a 22, a 25, and a 20.
All 3
So
hit.
at least
Okay,
I get a
roll another
third hit.
damage. Yep. Mm-hmm.
For another 2
I mean,
Hey,
force damage.
that's
every bit counts.
that's 13 force damage. So
That would be enough to kill Cole right now.
and Aurelia.
Well, Cole isn't here for me to kill, is he?
Nope.
All right.
What good does that do me?
If he was
Zoe,
a bird,
it's your
he would
turn
have 1
again.
hit point left.
Right, I was muted. Okay, so I think that Green Flame Blade worked out pretty well.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 more
Let's
injured.
remember that I have another spell and go with Booming Blade.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Yep. And I would like to aim for this one here because I know Virashana hasn't managed to get behind them yet. That essentially just pins him down and he takes more damage if he moves.
Okay.
Assuming I hit.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack then.
Cool. Advantage is not toggled.
Mm,
21?
yep. 21 hits.
Cool. So that does 8 damage, and he will take 2d8 thunder damage if he chooses to move before my next turn.
He'll take 3d8 thunder damage if he chooses to move.
Yes, John is right. 3d8.
3d8. All right.
Cantrip scaling.
Yep. Also, you get an extra 2d8 initial thunder damage to him.
Right. Yes, I do.
Well. So go ahead
That's
and
why I
roll
was
those.
confused.
Yep. Yeah, Booming Blade is weirdly worded because it has 2 different similar to Flame Blade, it has 2 different additional damage things.
Yeah.
And that attack was against the one in front of Virshana, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can hit him.
Oh yeah. No, the door is not an obstruction at that point.
Cool.
All right. And that means it's their turn, finally. One of them is directly in front of a monster.
Come to me, conga line of food.
What's your AC currently?
21.
21. We have a 19. We have a 10. We have a 12.
Finally, they
all
miss.
of them fairly well buried by your thick carapace and arms that are outstretched to try and inhibit the ability for him to strike as he lashes out with that longsword 3 times.
I like to think the third strike, on the third strike, the tail just sort of intercepts it and just pushes it away.
Yep.
Just gently, sort of like,
yeah.
Go away.
Then we have attacks against
It'll be over soon. It's okay.
Zoe. Zoe, what's your AC?
It is just fabulous, let me tell you. 15.
15. Well, he rolls a 20, so that's 11 slashing. And then he rolls an 8 and a 7, so you're doing okay.
All right.
Only 11
don't
suffered.
say that so soon, but how much damage?
11 slashing.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
All right, good. Excellent. And Virshana is going to attract a bit of attention as well. His AC is 16. Dear God, these guys are rolling like shit. Okay, 9, 9, and 12. All right, which brings us to Virshana again. He's going to continue his efforts to cut down this one in front of him directly, especially with Zoe's assistance starting to look a little more fragile. Okay. That is 8 slashing damage initially, which is actually enough to kill him. Good. Followed by an 18 against the one in the back. So he will take another greatsword hit to the torso. And Elishard, it's your turn.
We're just gonna see how weak this, how much health this guy has left by punching him in the face.
Okay.
You're investigating.
It's called a diagnostic.
Yeah.
You punch him in the face and see what happens. 25 hits.
14 bludgeoning.
14 in bludgeoning.
So does that mean when Aurelia shoots somebody, it's troubleshooting?
Yes, it does. Because they're in trouble because she's shooting at them. He is teetering. You can tell you have heavily disoriented him.
So bonus action, tail strike.
He manages to get his blade up in the way, and now it's his turn to sort of frantically deflect.
And that's it. I'm not using my precision predator because I don't want to be forced to eat this guy yet.
Okay, that's fine. Cora.
All right. Well, it worked okay the first time. Actually, let me see something really quick.
Okay. Go ahead and see something.
Yeah, no, that's not really gonna be too helpful at this moment. So let's not touch. Yeah, sure. We'll do this. We will do. We're gonna freeze him a bit.
Okay.
Frostbite.
Frostbite. Excellent. He needs to make a DC 16.
My
con
God.
save. He rolled an 8. You see the frost curl up around him and sort of jut up around his face mask and even bite into his eyes, driving the glow out of them, and he collapses.
Oh, good.
Does he collapse or does he become a frozen statue? Because one
My
of those is more
piddly-
fun to break through on my next turn.
I
Well-
feel like if you've seen the Overwatch 2 trailer, when the big robot thing freezes up and then just pieces start falling off and just collapses
There you go.
in like snow and dust.
But then there's a burst of energy that fractures the ice off, and he staggers back up, still teetering, but with 1 hit point left. One of them finally succeeded on their undead con save thing. You got him to 1
Well,
hit point.
fuck you very much.
Which brings us to Zoe.
Thought it was John's turn.
No, I go
oh.
before Cora.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can keep track of the order of events.
Elishard just went first because he was the trigger for everybody's held action on the first round.
Yeah, for some reason, I just had mixed up what order those two people went in.
I
That's
say, Aaron, no offense, but I don't believe you.
I'm just gonna.
I mean,
You know what? Moving here. No, I don't want to be flanked. Normal stab
Okay.
on this guy. Let's see how
normal
that goes.
consecutive normal punches.
I don't punch yet. I haven't learned how to do that.
No, just
Yep.
one punch man.
So you expertly slip the blade in beneath the remains of his defense, slam it into the body. Go ahead and roll your damage for that.
7.
7. Okay. Let's see how he does. No. And once again, he slumps back and then manages to scramble back to his feet.
All right, gonna try that again
Okay.
because I get 2 attacks around.
Yep. Thirsting blade.
Stay down.
Yep. You finally found the one tough guy.
28.
Damage again. Yep.
7 more damage because I rolled a 1 on my damage both times.
Yep. He is still managing. Those blades are biting into him, each strike doing more and more trauma to his body. But whatever nexus of necrotic energy keeps his body going just
I
isn't
remember that
flickering
hex
out.
lasts an hour and bonus action hex the guy down the hall.
Okay. This guy is
Bonus action to continue my hex on the guy.
right. Mm-hmm. Sounds good. All right. He's going to turn and vengefully swing his longsword at you 3 times. With an 8,
That's fine.
a
I'll be
12, and an 18. I think the 18 does hit,
fine.
right?
18 hits, 12 does not.
All right. You take 7 slashing damage.
Still up.
Okay.
I'm actually doing just fine. I wasn't in melee the entire of all the combats.
This guy's going to step
Isn't that
up
jackpot at the slots? That's 3 7s.
and take some shots at Vershana, one of which hits.
Hex is Hex a con save?
Hex there's in a save. It just gives extra damage when you hit them and
No,
disadvantage.
for concentration.
Strength checks, by the way.
Oh,
I
Strength
can
checks?
decide
Okay.
one thing. I forgot to
Okay.
say it because it never comes up. Strength checks.
sounds good. Yeah, go ahead and make your con save to see if you maintain your concentration on your hex, though, with that 7 slashing damage. So basically, con save of 10. Yep, you're good. All right. Which puts Virshana at 55 hit points. And he's going to try and get some vengeance against that guy then. Oh, wow. Double crits. Damn.
Vengeance achieved.
I think that unlocks an achievement, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
Achievement unlocked. Fuck this guy in particular.
Fuck this guy hard. All right. And there's no way he can make his save against a... Yeah, no, you can't make a 27 with a +3. So he's dead. Oh, well, it was a crit that hit him last anyway, so he can't even try and make the save. I forgot my own rules. Okay, keep going, everybody. Elishard, there's one guy left and you're in front of him.
Not that it matters, but because I just remembered it, I wanted to ask, have they been having to make wisdom saves against me to attack me?
Yes, they have been.
Okay.
They've actually been doing fairly good at those.
Good. I just want to check because I forgot that was effect. That was still in effect.
Yep.
All right. I
think that's been using up all of their good rolls, honestly, because their attack rolls have been kind of crap.
I would like to crush this person.
Okay.
I failed.
12 is a miss. 19 is a hit.
I would like to stab this person.
All right, go for it.
9 slashing.
Okay.
Only
Are you
need
adding
do
Precision
one to
Predator
put
to
him
this one?
into a-
I am not spending a hit dice just to guarantee I put him down.
Okay. What's 9 plus 5? 14.
14.
He rolled a 12. He's actually down now. Boom.
I'm going to make a intimidation roll against myself.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, there's nobody left to intimidate.
Well, this is for my
There's
pact of the
plenty
House
of
feature.
people left to intimidate. There's compact members. There's new mentors.
I beat a 10, so I untransform.
Okay.
Hang on, I have to figure out how much
Slow
health I've got.
cracking sound. The carapace breaks open. Ooh, dogs. The carapace breaks open, and you manage to recede. And that's where we're going to take a break.
All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes after these commercial messages. Stay tuned. We're back.
Welcome back, everybody. So, as the last of this wave of attack falls dead on the ground, you guys still hear a few more footsteps up there. Not as heavy, but still somebody upstairs,
So,
at least. Multiple people, actually, based on the number that you're hearing.
So I look up. I look over my shoulder. We should probably clear the first floor before we go up, but there's definitely still people upstairs.
Right.
Sounds like a good plan.
What are we going to do about the front door guards?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do we want to leave them? Well, we can either leave them there, or depending on how good the sort of like, now that I have eyes, I'm just gonna do a casual glance at the armor of the warders we've killed in this hallway. Does any of it look salvageable for use as a disguise?
I mean, conceivably, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We could.
Are any of us the right height and build to use it?
Elishard would be, roughly. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Virshana is a
That
little
takes,
tall,
like,
but he
how
might be
long?
able to.
It's heavy armor.
It's half plate, so yes, it is heavy armor.
So it'd take about 10 minutes.
So that would take like 20 minutes to put on.
Yeah, but like, so we could replace them for when we're waiting for the compact to get here, or we could just leave them there and have to deal with them when the compact gets here, depending on if they're going to come in.
I
when
feel
we
like
start
if we
clearing the
can
upper
lure them
floor.
inside the house, these people are important in this district. Like, no one's going to risk the treason of questioning why their door guards are gone.
Do you remember how many there were out there?
2?
You saw 2 at the front door and at least 1 on a balcony above, which one that may have been one of the people that you just
The
killed.
front door
from
had 2
upstairs.
guards. There are some other external guards on upper floors.
Let's check this door over here real quick, and we'll see where a good ambush point is, and I can draw them in.
Right.
That will work.
I will walk towards this door over here and see if our new elf friend steps out of the way.
Oh yeah, he'll step aside.
I just want to
Give
check
you
and
an
see what's in here.
It's a dining room.
Can I see that there's another door to the front landing from
Yep.
here?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can.
All right. So there's another entrance to the front landing.
I'm
over
going to
here.
sneak a peek through this one while
Okay.
Richard is
Yeah.
forging ahead, just so we get a better sense of the layout that we can already see.
So yeah, you can see the other front door here, plus the stairs that go up to this apparent little walkway with the archery slit above that you observe from the outside.
So there's a dining room
And then
in
it
here.
spirals up to probably the upstairs.
Okay. So I suspect that the stairs have an archery slit and that probably continue up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
What's it look like over there, Zoe?
We know that they came from somewhere else, so this isn't the only staircase, but there is a staircase here, sitting room, and a front door.
Okay. So we've got 2 entrances we could lure them in from, or likely 2 entrances that they'll use. So do we want to bring them back into this hallway or use one of these rooms?
I think we should probably try and lure them in through this door, because it seems like the windows in the room I'm on have a more clear line of sight to the outside. They would know more of what's up.
Okay, so let's have Virshana station up right where you're at, so they can't necessarily get through that door easily. You and Cora go down this hallway, stand on this side of the door, and I'll try to bring them in through here and into the hallway where we can trap them. Sound good?
I am down with this plan, as they
Wish
say.
I'd remembered my fucking specter.
So I'll wait for Virshana to come join us down here. And basically, Virshana on this side of the doorway, Zoe and Cora on that side of the doorway, and me being the bait to pull them in.
Okay.
This also places Virshana right here in case they decide to come in through this other door, so that we have a sturdy tank at either
And-
direction.
Yeah, the only other thing Zoe will say is be careful. We don't want to risk that their orders are to go be runners if they notice something wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull them in more subtly.
Open the
Okay.
door. This entire room is occupied by a dragon's head that was sticking out the window. It breathes fire down the hallway. You're dead.
So I'm gonna move over to here, and I want to see. Does this window does not have a direct line of sight on the balcony? Does it?
These windows out here?
Yeah.
No, they just look out towards the fence and things.
Okay. So
Yeah, because you guys are on the first floor, so you wouldn't be able to see the balcony anyway.
I mean this balcony
Oh,
where the guards will be stationed.
Yeah, no, you can just barely see sort of
Okay.
out kind of this area towards the stairs, but it's hard to get a decent angle back towards the actual doorway.
Okay.
Now, based on what Zoe described to you of this room down here, you would definitely be able to get a direct view out onto the porch,
Yeah.
at least half of it from this location.
What I don't want is for them to be able to see me. So I'm
Sure.
going to quietly move these chairs to look like they've been knocked over in a scuffle.
Okay.
I'm going to open this doorway so that it's just slightly ajar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to come over here and grab the hand, standing aside from the door, grab the handle and pull it and let go so that it'll start to open on its own.
Okay.
And then move back this way.
Go ahead and make a deception check then, as an attempt to bait them in for further investigation.
I'm good at that. 17. And I'm going to try to get over into this doorway. So that basically they see the door open, go to investigate, see what looks like a scuffle and another open door, and they'll just walk right into our trap.
Okay. Well, let's see how good their insight checks are.
You're muted, Aaron.
Is my mentor standing in front, or should Cora and I move up one?
He'll be behind you guys probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm moving up one.
No problem. This one comes in to investigate. And then you see him come in, you hear him come in the room. And then kind of rap twice on the now closed door behind him. You can't see what that may do to his companion out there, but it seems like some sort of alert.
Yeah.
You hear a sword being drawn. And this door begins to open. And actually, at this point, we're going to have everybody re-roll initiative because his reaction time in this case will be important.
Oh, good. This means I might not be.
Though I do have a held action, I assume.
Yes, no, that's fine. Cora, goddamn son.
I didn't roll. I'm not going on 2.
You're not going on
not.
2. That is
a correct statement.
Fucking unbelievable.
For those watching, Jeremy is both flicking off the world and holding up the number that he rolled.
God.
Serves two purposes.
Dice curse is real.
Yes, it is. Never
All right.
doubt it.
So he opens the door. Elishard, you're first.
Yeah, that'll work. Here's hoping while he's slightly undead, he's not immune to necromancy. That's not what I rolled. I was trying to toggle something off. I'm gonna need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, what's the DC?
17.
He rolled an 8.
Ha ha! All right. Innervation. A tendril of inky darkness reaches out from you, touching a creature you can see within range to drain life from it. The target must make a dexterity saving throw. On a successful save. Whoops. No, I need you to broadcast that. There you go. On a successful save, which it didn't, blah, blah, blah. On a failed save, target takes 48 necrotic damage, and until the spell ends, you can use your action on each of your turns to automatically deal 48 necrotic damage to the target. Whenever the spell deals damage to a target, you regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage the target takes.
Yep.
Okay.
So that would
Good
be,
times.
so that would be the
The
second
inky
one.
tendril.
So it takes 21 necrotic damage.
So the inky tendril lashes out, wraps around this thing, and you can feel that pulse of necrotic energy. Doesn't bite as deep as you would think. He takes 10 damage.
So I regain? So he only takes 10 damage.
He's
so I
got
regain
resistance
5.
to necrotic
Okay.
damage, so you regain 5 hit points. He takes 10 necrotic.
That's fine. I can just keep draining the life from him and into me from now on until he dies.
I mean, yep, that's
and I'm way
fair.
back here, so I can just refill my tank pool while
I
Virshana
mean,
tanks for me.
To be fair, or until the spell ends in a minute. If he lasts 10 rounds, granted, if he lasts 10 rounds, we have another problem. But
If he lasts 10 rounds, I'll be full of health. So
All right, Zoe.
I'm gonna stab him with the sword.
Okay.
22?
22 hits.
8.
Lash out. He takes 8 points of damage from that.
29?
Yep. You just dash 2 sharp strikes in, both of them biting deep.
11 damage from that second one.
Nice. Excellent. Virshana is unfortunately in a horrible position because that door opens outward, and so he's basically in a nice little 5-foot cell, but he's going to try and bull his way around and get to a point where he can attack. He's got enough movement for that. And that hits with a 20 and a 21. Oof. For a total of 23. And he's going to need to try and make a con save because that puts him exactly at where he needs to be. Yeah, and he just lashes down with that blade once, twice. The first one carving deep into the torso, the second one just whipping around and taking the head completely off.
well, I at least got 5 hit points out of it.
You got 5 hit points out of it.
Better than none.
All right. Roughly about now, the rest of you are starting to arrive at the Waterstruck warehouse. Assuming that you guys are all sort of trying to convene back in that sheltered corner of the yard where you had your first little conference before heading out to the mansion and the execution respectively.
Yep. If there's any place more like secluded than once.
Yeah,
we
you
find
guys
people.
were pretty much in the most secluded corner of a marginally abandoned, well, not really abandoned, just not utilized actively section of commercial real estate.
Yep. Trying to make
Since you guys were closer, I'm going to say Diamond, Aurelia, and Rorik get there first. So Wotan, Quinn, and Cole, you guys come up to find the three of them, kind of the Aurelia and Diamond kind of crouched down trying to catch their breath, and Rorik just standing there once more with his war pick and shield drawn, just ready to have a go at the very first thing that comes around any given corner that he can see.
You all look like shit.
Ah!
As he walks up.
Don't.
Hey.
Having completed everything without a single goddamn hitch.
God.
And then dies from a war pick to the temple.
What
Snuck
he
up on the wrong
deserves.
barbarian.
A barbarian swings and it's just a block of ice.
Yeah, pretty much.
God damn it, May.
Yeah, no, that didn't go well.
I mean, it went perfectly for me. I said, Wotan says, indicating over his shoulder to the person who was following behind.
Because of our distraction. You're welcome.
Cole
It
walks
was,
up to Diamond
it was
and gives her
definitely a
hug.
good distraction. Not the one I would have chosen, but a good one.
Cole, time to hug you back. I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, where?
That was a lot.
That was really bad.
I prestidigitate the blood off me now.
Yeah. Just kind of flakes off and drifts away in the wind.
Where is everyone else? Don't you have communication through the?
Yeah, let me
Things-
check. I'll sit down and look through Jinx's eyes.
I see
Jinx
Pat
is
at this point.
quietly washing her paws and rubbing behind her ears at the top of the stair.
Where? I'll just think, where are they, and have her
Jinx will
start
walk
going down
down.
the halls. Yeah,
On top of bodies.
yeah. I'm looking around.
Yeah, Jinx is just.
Just because she can, does she see anybody invisible around?
Nope.
No.
A lot of dead people.
Yeah, a lot of dead people.
Looking up at the back of Virshana, looks over at Elishard right here.
So yeah, Jinx looks up and looks at Elishard, and then you just hear Cole's voice. So what's going on over here?
Look down at Jinx. We're in the middle of clearing out the mansion for the ambush for the Warlock compact when they come back.
All right then.
Like we had planned.
If you're done retrieving prisoners, meet us here when you can.
Yeah, there's a sewer entrance off to the side. You can come in through the basement. Aurelia and Cora can do the mental brain talk thing and get the details better. We're kind of busy.
No, that's not.
Jinx
how that
can
works.
probably
That's not how
show
that
you where it
works.
is. She came in with us.
As we're extracting blades from a guard.
Basically, yes. All right.
So
now what?
yeah, I'll relay all that to everybody.
Okay. So we're
So
still
they're-
trying to do the ambush. Have you explained?
Nope. I did not say anything about how.
Right.
Look.
About
I'm
how
probably gonna
fucked
tell
up
him
we
it's-
all got.
I'm probably gonna tell him it's gonna be a while before we get there, but
There were
Yeah.
alarms
Or to
that went
take a
off. Did you
rest
explain
here,
that
or
part
take a
too? Did
rest
you hear
there.
those?
yeah,
There's.
we definitely heard those. I don't know if they
Okay,
did.
did they explain that to them?
Okay, I'll explain. I'll basically run down.
So the
everything
cat turns
that's
back
happened.
on.
And in the span that it's taken the cat to turn on, we've been like, okay, so the other
Guys.
guard didn't come in. We need to go out, grab them, and drag them in before they make a run.
What? We're busy.
Oh, Virshana, go get him.
No, in that short span, you guys just heard dial-up tones from Jinx.
I like to think that by the time Jinx turns back on, we've already kicked the door open and are running out to grab the other guard. So it's like Jinx turns back on and we're gone.
I feel like we probably wouldn't wait. We don't want to wait.
Yeah,
as
no.
Right.
much as
So
possible.
yeah, are you guys
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
charge and attack the other guard?
We're basically going to try to run out, grab the guard, and drag him back inside while killing him.
All right. For ease of roll, considering that there's fairly a lot of you and only one of him, go ahead and roll just straight athletics.
Wait, with
All of
advantage?
us?
No, everybody can roll one athletics.
Okay.
Anybody who wants to be involved in the grabbing thereof.
13.
Okay.
6. Virshana needs to do it.
27. All right. Virshana got a 27, so Virshana's doing pretty well.
I just want to
Uh,
roll because I think it'll be funny to see what
Let's
I roll.
see what Cora does to help.
A 13.
13. You're
That's
just
not
as good as-
terrible.
Good.
All right. So yeah, with those rolls,
Elishard.
he is quite summarily grappled and dispatched.
So, like, Jinx comes around the corner to find where we are, sees us all standing over this corpse, just
Another
stabbing
corpse, right,
into it
just-
repeatedly.
Yep. While Virshan is basically there with a foot on his chest and hands around his throat.
Crunch.
Right. You guys are just mutilating
right.
the lower torso and legs.
First floor cleared. Now we need to deal with the second floor. Jinx comes around the corner.
Yeah.
So some things happened.
So Jinx walks around. So some things happen.
It might be a minute. Have you guys heard any alarm bells?
Have we heard the alarm bells?
You haven't actually.
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, right. Escaped prisoner. Of course, there are alarm bells.
Oh, yeah. There should be,
Yeah. So it didn't go off without a hitch completely.
They saw us.
Yeah, they saw us. We're a little banged up.
Are they also banged up?
Yes. Yeah. They're pretty banged up too.
Okay, so we need to be very quick at setting up this ambush in case they regroup here.
Yeah. So take a breather and run over here, or run over here and then take a breather. Those are going to be the best options we have.
Whatever you're
Running
doing,
over there.
do it quickly, do it subtly. I thought the plan was that they were only going to grab him if they could do it without being seen.
I thought you guys were just gonna scout this place out.
An opportunity presented itself.
An opportunity
Same.
presented itself there.
And we were doing it without being seen.
I
mean, bodies beg to differ.
We
We
were
had-
seen. We just didn't.
Nobody is left alive to say we were seen.
I was.
You guys didn't have
sorry.
a crowd to deal with as
That-
well. so-
That was me to William,
Yes,
not
we
in
did.
character, Jeremy.
There's actually probably still one upstairs, so let's get going.
Yeah, we're kind of busy, so figure it out.
Yep.
Cool.
Jinx just
Explain
turned
it.
back into.
Jinx
tone.
goes back to normal cat stuff. Yep.
Yep.
They must be fine. Most of them can teleport.
Yeah, let's finish this up.
Okay.
Diamond's gonna vote for sneaking over there now and resting in the basement.
That might be a better idea. I'm worried that they will be able to track us this way. Where we got the alarm kind of triggered was that was not anywhere near the mansion, right?
Not particularly. No.
So,
Okay.
what was the purpose of our friend here? I say, pointing at the escape
To get some intel about the house, which is apparently not needed anymore because they've already figured the fuck out.
No,
unless
we
there's-
just wanted to know why they what. Besides, Cole turns to Quinn and says, "Besides smuggling in the previous compact, is there any other reason why they might want you dead?"
Mostly it's because I tried to strike a blow for freedom, yeah.
Is there other people around here like you that don't want them in power?
We're a little fewer and further between. There's, as you can imagine, a bit of civic pride in having a successful compact, especially from your ward. But I don't like the way it's turning things. I mean,
no, The Walking Dead.
not a fan
are
of the
bit
warders on
off-putting.
the best of days, but yeah,
Yeah, they looked a little.
he's a bit of a zealot, that Dravel fella,
Yeah.
preaching about gospels of blood and eternal life through necrosis, and puts
Which one's Dravel?
he's
The
the
noble.
he's the bold fucker with the staff.
Is that the one that I knocked down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Of course. Yeah, the train manners where they bundle up most of the time.
The Walking Dead certainly isn't a good look for the state of the Dreamheart Road.
I mean, there's plenty that are like, well, it's effective, and supposedly nobody's been subjected to it against their will, and that they're not entirely undead. They haven't quite died yet. They've just taken on some aspects. But
I think I could make the argument that while they might not have done it against their will, I don't think they knew fully what they were getting into.
But
can't deny it's pretty hard to put one of them in the ground, though.
Right.
Cole says, I saw a series of bodies that say otherwise.
Quinn is a bog standard normal civilian.
No, I know. It's just.
I mean, she's good at what she does, but she's nowhere near on y'all's level.
It's just Jinx is sitting atop a
Have you
pile of
tried
dead warders.
burning them? It tends to work fairly well on the undead things we've had to deal with.
You know, I'll talk to the neighborhood watch and see if they wouldn't mind, just herding them into a quick pen, seeing if they'll all stand up on top of a pyre while we light it on under him. Yeah, that's
torches, man.
Right, because you can't roll on the ground and put that out.
Here, I think
look, there's no massed organization of resistance. It's we've got a few people that are willing to stand up and take a risk now and again, but it's not exactly much value in throwing your life away for an ideal.
Oh, I know a few people who disagree on that one.
Yeah, and those fuckers end up dead.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's a philosopher.
Wotan ever the contrary.
So he's practically already dead. All right.
Yeah. Listen, let's
talks too much about what happens actually.
What are we going to do? Can't hear you, Nikki.
Why not?
There you go.
There we go.
I was talking quietly.
Yeah.
We should definitely meet back up with everybody at the mansion.
Yeah. That too.
I mean,
it's a ways away from here. We have to sneak.
If she's gonna turn to Quinn and say, if I mean, your life almost got thrown away once. You have your freedom, but if you want to help us stand up for those ideals, it would be a lot of help.
Anything you got on them that we might be able to use against them? Information,
how to get there.
Habits that they have. Yeah. We know how to get to the manor.
Look, I'm fair handy at staying out of sight most of the time, and yeah, there's some pathways that probably none of you are locals, I'm guessing. I can get you to the mansion and getting inside, well, maybe if I can find any holes in the watchers outside that they might not be.
Apparently.
Yeah, no, we can find a sewer entrance.
That'll be good.
And sewers aren't bad. Sewers can be successful. Look, they call no honor amongst thieves, and I know, but you saved my life, and I'm not gonna quite just forget that right off. I'll be along for at least this next stage.
Thanks.
Well, if all goes well, apparently the Dreamheart Road's about to come to an end, so...
This road's gonna take a detour.
You are not the first people that said that.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw the other ones. I'm guessing that's what they said as well.
Uh-huh.
We have, however, killed one of them. Not that we could share that because we were busy killing guards.
Yep. Well, if we make it, then this is the Hawkshead compact. So if the house seems like it's been taken over, you'll probably find out that news. If we don't, then I guess give us a drink in a bar somewhere. Let's get going.
Let's go.
Before we go, I'm going to look use my vision through my raven and see, and kind of do a couple loops around the area to see what the warder presence is like.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check for your raven then.
Raven stats. I have those. I did. Seven.
7. Yeah, you're not picking up much on warders. There's a fair bit of foot traffic out today, and there's a number of individuals that are kind of wearing some level of armor. From a raven's perspective, it's difficult to pick out which ones might be warders, which ones might be local mercenaries or thugs, or just hired guards for whatever levels of security the commercial and industrial places in the district use. So yeah, it's not able to get a very keen perspective on how many, if any, are around.
Okay.
Yeah. While Cole was doing that, I'm prestidigitation to clean myself off as much as possible so I don't look like I've just been in a fight, because I feel like that's gonna be
all right. Sounds good.
Quinn, has every noble or person of power in Mertremer been executed by the compact? Is there anybody in hiding that you might know of?
I mean, I haven't heard much in the way of executions except for those that tried to stand up. One noble family, the Darbanvilles, got burned out of their home by the Warlocks, but I think that's because they were sort of the preeminent aristocracy. But honestly, most people are sort of falling under the new order of things. Aside from the creepiness with the warders, life hasn't particularly changed that much for a fair number of the populace here. It's only this people on the way bottom and a couple people on the way top that have really got the brunt of things. Now, if supplies start dropping or anything like that, then things are going to get pretty hard around here pretty quick. But they've managed somehow to keep everything still flowing as far as goods and materials and that like.
That'll hopefully change soon.
I mean, it's going to be a lot of suffering if it does, but sure.
Yeah.
Are able to get out of here once we start, making changes. You can warn people about that. Let people know to start stockpiling so doesn't hit too hard.
Yeah. Good night.
You say you don't know a lot of people, but a friendly face, to help out in a hard time will do more for a lot of people than just a random group of warlocks.
Look, I'm not saying that was most strategic plan I've ever come up with. Most of my stuff is more on the B&E side of things, but figured knocking them off the pedestal was first step, and smarter people than me could maybe take over from there.
Diamond looks at herself and the rest of the beaten up part of the compact like, yeah, sure. Yeah, we got this. This is fine. We're fine. We're going to go meet the smart people in a second.
All right, so
Wotan's still unscratched.
Yeah, we shouldn't go
yes, Wotan, look at you.
3 people in a group at most, I think. We should stay near each other, but not as one big group within eyesight.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
So who with who?
You follow me and you'll be out of eyesight most of the way. So
okay.
I'll bring up the rear. and I'll have my raven land on my shoulder before.
All right.
Cool.
I can probably just, if the three of you want to move as a group, I can probably just take a walk because they haven't had any reason to look at me funny yet.
All right. So you guys can make your following stealth checks with advantage, with Quinn taking you along secluded routes. They remind you a bit, Cole, of some of the side paths that you picked up under Ludo's training and also just from your own explorations.
Yeah.
Those parts of
Oh
the
my
city that are
God.
much less observed or trafficked,
Five's
whether
better than a
from
1.
whether from neglect or ignorance.
Am I making deception again just for this casual stroll?
No, this is particularly just stealth. This is hardly anybody's going to get to see you, so there's nobody to deceive.
Well, that makes my stealth roll a flat roll because I'm wearing armor.
Yep.
17.
17, not bad. All right. And one for Rorik. Where'd you go, buddy?
I'm in shaky. The adrenaline's beginning to wear off.
Just getting to that point where it's like, ow, 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 ow,
Yep,
ow,
it's
ow.
definitely not as ow as everybody else, but still pretty ow.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Well, despite Diamond being the outlier, you guys managed to make it to where you're headed fairly quietly. It's a little circuitous, so not quite as quick. But the fact that hardly anybody is blocking your way and you're staying out of observed lanes of transit makes you at least feel a little bit safer as you make your trek. Meanwhile, on the inside.
So before we go upstairs and start killing people up there,
Right.
I am going to grab a cloak off of one of the downed warders, put it over top me. I'm going to grab the things that are going to be most obvious and easy to put on by themselves. I'm not trying to put on all of their armor, but just like bracers, anything that can be strapped on really quickly, anything that they're wearing that is like a key signet or anything. Like major identifiers so that at first glance look like one of their warders, hoping that my mask will suffice for, with the hood pulled down, that my mask will suffice to copy their masks.
Right. You're doing the equivalent of grabbing the hat and the badge.
Yeah, kind of. Just very the very first glance things.
Right.
And and I will we should take the stairs they came down. But one of us should stay back here just in case they run this way.
Vershana kind of raises his hand.
All right. And then I'm going to lead the way back towards those stairs. So let me get a little bit ahead of the rest of you so that I can take them by surprise. And we can see if we can see, what the threat is and how we want to think. We're going to have to go inaudible on this. So just make your best decisions that you can.
And Galadel will trail behind with Jinx.
Is there any role to spot that, or probably not?
To spot
the thing I'm standing in front of.
Go ahead and make perception checks if you want. Sure.
As we're passing it, yeah.
12. Never mind.
Let's see.
Nope. 10.
11.
What the hell? I'll make one for Galadel. Where'd you go, bastard? And Galadel rolls.
One.
So as you guys are walking past, Galadel just kind of, you hear his staff behind you tick, tick, tick on the floor. And then there's a brief pause and there's a thunk. And you guys hear a grinding behind you as he apparently just shoved it in to a weird looking brick that has now pulled back to reveal a secret door.
Turn around.
Going out into this hallway.
I'll still go this way. You two go that way.
If that is,
or do you think you can keep up stealth, or would you prefer to stick behind Alishard?
Well, I guess that depends on how aspirational I'm feeling today.
It's your call. Elishard's tankier, but he's also taking a route that will make you more obvious.
I will go with it would be more sensible for me to go with the louder direction rather than imperil the detection of the quieter one.
I'll sneak around back then.
All right.
And
Sneak,
Galadell's
sneak,
going
sneak.
with Zoe.
That's fine.
Jinx is coming with you guys.
Also fine.
All right. So we've got me and Cora going up the stairs the warders came down.
Yep.
Zoe sneaking up a secret way, and Virshana waiting at the other stairs in case
There's-
anyone
in
tries
case
to
I-
run.
Run down, right. So did he
Miss
catch them on a
Embrace
sword?
is off cooldown again, so I'm going to use that for Pass Without a Trace on myself. I can't include anyone, but
Right. That's fair.
so for the next minute, and then after that, it will take 8 minutes for it to recharge.
Okay.
I assume it's been 3 minutes since we entered the house.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Pretty easily. All right. So Elishard and Cora, you guys go up these spiral stairs.
And I pull out
And
I pull out my Death Kiss dagger and short sword,
okay.
so that I look like a warder on the defense march kind of thing.
Okay. Right. Go ahead and make me a deception check just in preparation.
Yeah. Any sort of advantage for the bits that
It's a slapdash costume at best,
Yeah.
so no, unfortunately.
worth an ask.
Yep.
8.
You're not wearing it great, let's just say.
It's fine. I just need 2 seconds. That's all I need.
Right. I mean, it might make somebody pause for a minute, but you don't think anybody's going to carry on a conversation with you and then walk away going,
Oh no.
"Nice warder, that fella."
It's wait, is that one of ours? Step, dagger and gut. Hold there for a second. Drop. Keep moving.
Yep.
Hydra. Sounds good. Coming up, you see a very vacant hall in front of you. Number of doors off to either side, and then it opens up into a slight sort of opening landing area at the far end. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Cora, you
12.
can get in on this
Yeah.
too if you want.
17.
Yep. Cora, the main thing that you hear is noise, very quiet noise, like hushed whispering or something, coming from this room and this room.
Okay.
There's a little bit of shuffling and that sort of thing.
Okay. I will mind link obviously with and give the heads up.
Okay.
And then use my bonus action to give Elishard the opportunity to respond telepathically if need be.
Okay.
That thing that never gets used.
Right.
Can you tell which room has less people?
No.
No.
Okay. So,
First door first.
first door first.
Can I maybe sneak up there because this was happening simultaneously?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Zoe, go
Okay.
ahead and make your stealth check with your plus 10.
Yeah, I have plus 10. I have advantage because I assume this is dim light or dark.
Yes, it is dim light in this area.
29.
29. Like the very mist itself that your cloak is named after. You drift up, and the first thing that confronts your dark vision is this ladder that goes up to a trap door.
Yeah, going up that ladder, very
Okay.
slightly edging the trap door, see if I see anything or hear anything.
You see an empty hallway, just a very little bit of visibility that then it takes an immediate, from your position, right-hand turn down a narrow passage.
Okay.
There is a faint bit of palish purple light you can see emanating from something further down that narrow passage.
Down this direction or
Yeah,
this
down that direction. Yep.
Okay. slipping out of the trapdoor,
Okay.
and just going here and trying to listen as I walk down the hall. I don't know if the doors are obvious from this side or not.
You can see some framework. You haven't. The immediate mechanism of opening isn't completely apparent, but you can see the seams in the stonework that would indicate, oh, some of these are the back ends of probably
In
other
that
concealed
case, I'm going to
doors.
stand here, which is equidistant as possible from all
No
three.
problem. The first thing that dominates your view, however, are a series of 8 large crystals that are hanging from nails driven into the mortar. They're in like these kind of fibrous crocheted sort of hanging bags, and they're just glowing and pulsing with purple light. Definitely magical artifacts of some sort.
Do they seem like they're acting as like candles, or do they seem like they might be some sort of trap?
They don't strike you as either. You would assume that illumination, if it was intended to be illumination, you would only need maybe 1 or 2 of these, and or they would be brighter. Traps would probably be like a little harder to pick up on. Honestly, these things are not remotely concealed except for the fact that they are being stored in a secret room.
Okay.
You can give me an Arcana check if you want.
That would be nice. I'm great at those. 18. I actually did fine.
18. Hey. Honestly, they look like they're either storing or holding some sort of magical energy. That would be your best. They're like little nexuses almost, or obviously Zoe has no concept of science fiction, but energy cores or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I assume magic fiction is a thing.
You're right. Yeah.
And it is as loosely magic as science fiction is science most of the time.
Right. Pretty much. Elishard, you come into this first door. It is locked.
Now I determine if Elishard is going to be going... If Elishard's alignment is going to be sliding from good to neutral in this next moment. Can I hear anything?
How do I enter the door? Do I enter it like a good person?
Well, no. The thing is, no. Because right now he's chaotic good. If I just boot this door open and begin stabbing everybody inside, alignment is shifting down.
Yep, it would be. If he goes on an unprovoked murder spree.
So the question that I'm having is,
I was going to say unprovoked. I can make an argument on that.
Not unprovoked, but still unnecessary.
Potentially.
Gratuitous murder spree.
Gratuitous murder.
Gratuitous is a real good word.
Excellent word for that.
I just want to really quick get a listen in and see if I can hear what's being, any conversation on the other side of the door.
So it's too quiet to actually hear the conversation. Go ahead and give me an insight check, though.
Sure. 18.
Whatever conversation in there, the primary emotion is fear.
Okay. I'm gonna test the doorknob very obviously and see if everything silences on the inside.
Oh, immediately. Yeah, you give the doorknob a nice dramatic rattle.
Yeah.
The latch kind of right, yep. And dead fucking quiet.
I'm gonna just hold up a finger to the mouth for Cora, and I'm gonna move on to the next door.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're going anywhere right now.
Yep. All right.
And I'm going to see if I can tell what's going on the other side of this door or not.
The other side of this door, there's a quiet whispering as well. Not quite as terrified.
Okay.
Best you can tell.
I'm going to see if give the door a gentle twist and see if it's locked or not.
Roll me a d20.
This is where Elishard blows up. 5.
So you give the door a twist, and it might have been intended to be locked, but something clinks, and it's free to open.
I throw it open.
Okay. Standing in front of you are 2 figures. One is a female, probably 30 years of age or so, maybe a little older. Dark skin, dark hair. The other is a young boy, probably no more than 10. The woman stands up and sort of just gently nudges the boy behind her slightly. She's dressed in pretty expensive clothing. Draws herself up a bit. You're not one of the guards.
I take a step into the doorway. Not
Okay.
all the way into the room, but enough to block off the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not. Sort of staring at her through the mask. These people are no threat to me. I don't think they are. Elishard doesn't think they are. Give it a pause.
There's a beat of quiet. And then you hear the small voice of the boy. Are you here to kill my uncle?
What's the last name of the
Dutrain.
Gabald Dutrain?
Is your uncle Gabald Dutrain?
He's here to kill Uncle Bowl, isn't he, Mum? And she just stares at you, almost daring you to answer this child's question.
Yes, I am. And I'm just sort of staring at her, too, with this... again.
Right. Cost of the game, I suppose.
You're free to leave, or you can stay. I'm not here to kill you.
This is my family's home, sir. I am responsible for the safety of those who walk through my doors invited. She swallows. If you have dirty work to do here, then by all means, finish it and be gone.
I look over Elishard's shoulder and psychic blast the room.
Okay.
They weren't going to go. They were just going to warn the guards, so I kill them both.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
How much of this can Zoe hear from behind that?
Make a perception check. It's a stone wall, so it's not going to be easy.
No, fair. I just 23.
Just by luck, I do like 5 damage on 5d8, and somehow they survive.
Or the boy is secretly also a warlock.
I mean, that was not great damage regardless, but 26.
There is a burst of energy. And Elishard, you just see their bodies immediately ragdoll into the back wall.
Without even thinking, I bury my dagger in Cora.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
Elishard's a lot of things. Civilian killing is it's that line he's at but hasn't crossed yet.
Cora is also a lot of things. Willing to grant a death wish is one of them.
That's fair.
All right, roll your damage.
Only 8.
Okay.
And it's just shunk.
So that bites into your gut, Cora.
In your head, are you done?
Look over my shoulder. Just because we're playing this game does not mean we have to make unnecessary kills.
I don't think you understand. For me, winning this is the survival of my entire people. That's expendable.
He pulls the dagger back out.
This is not a game to
I
me.
would... If your people survive only to have enemies everywhere, how much longer will they survive?
Longer than they would have otherwise.
I point at the child. That is unacceptable. No matter what.
Agree to disagree.
I don't stab Cora again.
Okay. Okay.
I close the door. And I move back towards that locked one.
Okay. Still locked.
I'm booting it the fuck open.
Give me an athletics check.
I'm failing to boot it open.
It's emotion.
Bam!
Like,
Foot to the door.
Like-
It gives. There's a tiny bit of a crack, but it's still solid.
You get that? It's that I didn't get the foot up all the way, so it's like toes rather than heel. It's like,
Right?
bam!
Yeah.
I'm assuming Zoe might be doing things at this point. So
Yep. Zoe, you're in a hallway.
Yeah. So I was listening. I assume I heard at least some of that with a 23.
Yeah. Yeah, you were able to pick up on most of that. You can't see what happened, but you did hear some impacts and that sort of thing, so you can fairly easily piece
Another
together.
room cleared. Check.
More or less, yeah.
And I assume I also hear the booting of a door.
Right.
the
Yep.
attempted booting of a door.
Attempted
So
booting
I'm
of a
still staying where I am, quiet, waiting for something like the sounds of combat or people moving, something that indicates to me which of these doors that I have access to I should jump through to flank.
door. Okay.
I don't want to blow it if it doesn't seem like they're going to need my help.
There was a little bit of a screech from inside this room when the door was kicked.
Okay.
Inside Elishard's head, there is absolutely no bitterness. It's said with sort of a light, like sort of teasing tone. Put some effort into it. Pretend it's my stomach.
I'll try
So
again.
in that case, I'm gonna over here, holding an action to open this door and start gutting people if it seems like combat has started.
All right. Give me an investigation.
In a way
check.
that would be dangerous to Cora or Elishard.
Give me an investigation check to see if you can get this open. DC's 10, since you're on the inside of it.
Okay. Investigation, I can. Well, I was gonna say I can do, but I hit a 7.
7. You're looking around right now like you're like, hey, yeah, this is an excellent tactical place to be. Fuck, where's the handle? You can make another check on your next turn.
Okay, cool.
Elishard, go ahead and hit that door again.
Do I get advantage from being goaded on by Cora?
Sure, why not?
13.
13. This is a nicely sturdy door.
Jesus Christ.
Turns out
I
you
am
have to pay for
buying
quality.
Damn.
everyone a fucking set of lock picks.
Okay. I'm done playing.
I Eldritch Blast the fucking door.
Make 3 attacks. Zoe, you can make another investigation.
Like,
I might not need to. They might YOLO out this door.
a 17, a 14, and a 17. Please tell me this.
All 3 of those hit.
Okay.
The
That
door's
is-
AC is 20.
That is 16 force damage.
16
to the
force
door.
damage just punches a ragged hole through the door where the latch used to be.
So, Jack,
Zoe, you found a handle and you can open this door whenever you want.
Don't want to just yet.
Fair
Jack,
enough.
would you say for the D&D equivalent of a willpower roll, would you say that'd be a charisma or a wisdom save?
Probably a wisdom save.
Okay. So, steeling himself against the atrocities he now commits. Picture any castle assault invasion scene.
Right.
I am entering the room with blades ready.
Okay. There are about 8 people crouched behind various pieces of furniture and in corners.
And just sort of,
None of them look remotely armed. They're all dressed like servants.
Cora's gonna kill them no matter what, though, so.
Sure, you tell yourself that.
We'll
That's a good one.
see. The difference is one of was specifically not willing to leave.
Can I make an argument that perhaps we should get some initiative so people can do
Yeah,
our thing
sure.
in an
Let's do
order?
that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. I know.
No,
initiative first,
that's
but-
absolutely legitimate.
I really want to roll a natural 1 on this. I got a 7. Jeremy, please roll an 8 or higher.
Jesus fucking
God
Christ!
damn it!
I am this game's fucking Ashley Johnson when it comes to initiative.
This is magnificent.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Zoe, you're up first.
Holding an action at this door.
Okay.
I'm assuming at this point, given what you've described, I don't hear the sounds of like combat breaking out.
No, mostly you hear.
It's fair.
That is fair, but could also be a warlock.
Elishard.
So, stepping in, they look like
Mhm.
servants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to step to the side and yell, "Leave and don't look back," and see if they can intimidate them into understanding that this place won't be standing in a little bit.
Give me an intimidation check. Remember, you got a mask.
I do, which gives me advantage on intimidation checks.
Mm-hmm.
20.
There is a stampede. 2 of them like struggle with this door back here, and you think they're just trying to climb down off the back of the balcony that's out here. And the other 6 just run past you and flee down the stairs one after the other.
I wait until they're
fast as
all
they can.
right in a line.
Nice line,
and
right? Yeah, nice.
I
nice,
let them go.
nice column.
Okay.
I let them go.
All right.
I'm not gonna kill them. I just come on, go, go, go. All right, perfect.
This has not been a good episode for Elishard.
Ooh. Okay. And there's a moment of quiet. Like actual quiet. Go ahead and hit perception checks, everybody.
Ten.
Natural 1.
Zoe, you're mostly hearing the receding footsteps and one person giving a very faint Wilhelm scream as they drop themselves off of the balcony, but seem to survive the experience. Yeah, Cora and Elishard, literally all you hear is the departing panicked run of these 8 servants, which is about as much as staff as you'd expect for this house especially with the amount of warders that had been in it and that sort of thing. And then it's quiet, very quiet, like empty house type quiet.
Let's look over my shoulder at Cora and just go search the house for any information.
Gotta be, yep.
And then I'm going to go carry that mother and child out to the backyard and bury them.
Okay. So, the rest of you. You have followed Quinn. She's led you to the area near the Dautrain mansion. Based on the instructions you were given, you guys are able to find the sewer access that you had been told. And it's pretty easy to follow the trail of your comrades. There's a busted down wall in the side of the sewer that leads to a secret door that leads to a basement. There are definitely the remains of dead guards in this basement, some of them divested of their armor.
Well, I think we found where they were going to set up.
You can hear some noises from upstairs. Some brief movement.
Follow that.
I'll look through Jinx's eyes since Jinx is up there.
See, we're
Jinx-
walking into a trap.
Jinx is staring at the back of Elishard, who seems to be walking down a hall carrying something.
Okay. I'll see what he's carrying.
If you run up and catch up, he's got a couple corpses in his hands. They looks like a woman and a child.
Hear Cole say, What happened?
From Jinx?
Yeah.
Elishard sort of looks over at Jinx. A decision was made.
What are the rest of you doing downstairs in the basement?
And if Jinx rides, you'll see me take them outside to bury them.
And Wotan will head up to find the rest of the group.
Okay.
Confirming with Cole that it's safe, yeah.
Yeah, Elishard's. I think they're fine. Elishard's carrying a couple bodies outside.
Okay. Right. We rejoined them.
All right. So you guys head up. Elishard, given the layout of the house, you're honestly going to meet them coming up the stairs while you're still carrying these two.
And just completely stone-faced as I walk past, search the house for any relevant information we'll set up here.
I follow Elishard.
Following after him.
Oh, I'm going outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, how long has it been since our...
This is such a great trap with everyone being outside, which I will remind you is visible from the street.
I know.
How long has it been since
I
our
didn't drop to neutral after all.
fiasco at the wall, and how long it took us to get here?
You're welcome, John.
Probably about an hour or so, but you haven't had any time to rest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
While we're still in the same general area, Cole's just gonna say, if we're gonna do anything, they're probably gonna be here soon.
Yep. We need to secure the perimeter.
So Elishard, I don't know what you're doing, but can it wait?
No.
Probably not.
Meanwhile, Zoe, you're in a hall with a whole bunch of magic crystal weird thingies. Also, you're muted.
If after a decent amount of time, it doesn't seem like any of them have started combat, like no one who's moving to the other rooms has started combat.
Yeah, no, not doesn't.
I'll
You don't hear any
move out
fighting or anything.
Probably this door down at
Yeah.
the
Okay,
end.
easy enough. Yep. You come out in a closet. I think, right?
Not
Yeah,
really
yep.
in the closet. I'm actively dating another princess. But okay.
That's fair. That's very fair. You are
That was
geographically in a closet.
You
That
come
was
out.
also the direction I was heading with.
You
Minnie.
come out
Fair.
into a closet is kind of a weird origination for that too.
Right.
Right? Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
able to
Because
make
if you
a
come out, then you're
meta-layered
technically
joke.
not in the closet.
Hey everyone, I'm straight. Wait, what?
Or, hey everyone, I'm gay. Wait, I'm actually trans, but that's what it is to come
Wait.
out into a closet.
There we
That's
go. There we
true.
go.
Perfect.
There we go.
I mean,
Perfect.
I assume it can also happen if you're bi, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just layers. There are layers, like an onion.
so yeah, assuming Sid Lee, Zoe, and Cora meet up there.
Mhm. Sure.
Yep. Boop.
We've cleared the house.
There is still another door right outside here that we will need to look in.
Right.
A few. There are a few more. There are a few more up on this level, but
Cora, I assume you're pretty much doing the swing the door open, check, no humans, next going. You're
at
not,
this
you're-
point, yes, we're
yeah,
not.
you're not like tossing the rooms to see if they've got spare change under the pillows
No.
or anything, right? Yeah. Okay.
Although I could use some spare change. I am always having to borrow money.
Yeah, because you
No.
don't hold on.
That
to
is
it.
your fault because you keep giving it all to someone
This
when
is
you get
true.
any.
Yeah, we hand it to you and you say, "No, why would I carry this? You have it."
That is correct.
It's less
We've
borrowing money and
given
more
up
banking with your
for
companions.
Anyway,
I mean-
I will check this room then.
Okay.
It's an ingenious way to do it because you don't realize exactly how much I'm taking from you that way. As opposed to if you allot a certain amount to me, I can run out.
Like I said, it's banking with your companions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe, this one, it seems to be a study / library of some sort. Big bay windows that let in a lot of that sort of palish purple Murk Dreamer natural light. That's quasi twilightish sort of ambient illumination that
And I assume that would
blankets the whole
mean
ward.
that's the last room that we haven't checked.
Yeah, assuming that Cora's checked everything that they've
Yeah.
walked past, then yeah, you've pretty
All
much cleared the.
I want your opinion on something. Come on. And I'll go show Cora back through the secret door.
Okay.
Cora's got dark vision too now, right?
I believe Cora. I believe so.
Yeah, you've
I'm
got.
pretty sure.
I think we all do now.
Yes, I have Devil's Sight. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
You
So,
have
yeah.
better dark vision than I do. I'm showing you the crystal things.
So yeah, there's these kind of like crocheted hemp bags that are holding these crystals that are probably anywhere from 6 to 8 inches long and probably about as big around as maybe like a soda can, kind of. Faceted, and they sort of taper at each end, and they're just pulsing with this dim, palish purple light.
I mean, I feel like the obvious next words out of my mouth are Arcana check.
Yeah, that's fair. Go ahead and make an Arcana check if you like.
18, which I think was the same that.
Yeah, you're not getting trap or lamp or anything. Yeah, you're getting kind of energy nexus, enchantment focus, something.
I have no idea.
It's fair. My guess is if they're a power source, they might be powering all of the undead guards. But I have no idea how to safely disassemble it or if we can co-opt it in any way.
Do we need to safely disassemble it, or do we just need to take it apart and then all the guards fall down?
Well, by safely, I mostly meant doesn't explode.
Fair.
If you want to just take it down, I'm fine with that. I thought you might have a better idea if it's going to explode or not.
I don't, unfortunately. I mean, I can. my best. This is a decently long hallway. Back up. I'm gonna get down here, like back up out of the hallway.
Sure. I'll back up
Um,
into this room.
Yeah,
Galadel will sort of totter his way out.
and I will try to target just one of the
I assume
crystals.
one of the closer or one of the further ones?
One of the further ones.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh when this becomes a chain reaction that it doesn't matter how close we are.
You shot the ammo
Um,
depot. Congratulations.
And I will.
Don't point the rocket launcher at the gas station.
I will. You know what? Sudden thought, just to make sure.
Okay.
I am going to try and sense and see if they have any sort of rudimentary intelligence.
Okay.
Or,
are
extreme
you
intelligence.
Any sort of intelligence.
Yep, Yogg-Saron starts talking in your brain.
Yep.
Are you using like your innate telepathy
Mind
or
link, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you reach out. Nothing.
Okay. Then I will. I can't do those then. It does require okay, so yeah, anything that. So I will just Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And
There's
before you
nothing
do that, would it be easier to use a mundane item, showing off a bow?
I don't think it will matter either way, and a mundane item potentially might not damage it.
Okay, your call.
A 20
20 hits.
for 4 force damage.
Yep. Slams into the thing, shattering part of the casing that's holding it. That sort of cloth bag, knocks it right off its nail and tink, tink, tink into the corner. You can't see if it significantly damaged the crystal or not from where you're
Right.
standing, but you definitely hit it and you did some damage.
And I have not blown up.
You have not blown up.
All right, I will go up and take a look at it.
Okay. Pick it up. You hadn't really like taken it out and handled it before.
Right.
There is, however, a hairline crack running through the crystal.
Okay. Has it
And
lost glow?
the glow around the crack has honestly intensified slightly, and there's a faint kind of similarly colored mist sort of slowly leaking out of it.
Oh dear.
Whoops.
I set it down.
Okay.
I step out of the hallway, the direction that Zoe went.
Okay.
I shut it. And I say that area may be unnecessarily a quarantine zone because there's something leaking out of the crystal.
I mean, part of the smoke and
You're
mist
muted,
sort of part of the smoke and mist literally drifted down your hand as you were holding it. Your hand looks fine. You didn't feel anything.
Now.
Sure.
All right, we leave it for now.
That's how you become a zombie.
And we
Maybe.
deal with it later.
Yes.
Also, I didn't hear the full thing, but thanks for not letting Elishard blow our cover. You're not the only person whose people are at stake in this, and I do appreciate it.
To be fair, at least that you probably would have heard. Yeah, you probably would have heard Elishard's version, because.
Yeah, but
so yeah, no. That's
Elishard
fair,
resaid those words. I was
Yeah.
trying to keep track.
Very fair. I appreciate that. Well, let's go find them.
Agreement that we don't tell the people who might just want the shiny magic things until we know a little bit more about what they are.
Or you get the person who can see magic.
My concern. I have no particular interest in them. I think the problem is knowing more about them might take some of them. I leave that. It was your discovery. I leave that in your hands.
Fine. Look, I'm just a little worried that Cole's going to try and eat it.
Considers. That is fair.
So maybe we grab Aurelia. She's got magic detection or something.
Yes.
Not a goat.
You're close to a goat.
Aren't you, though?
I don't
Aren't
eat inedible things.
You're really close.
Zoe does seem to be a little bit joking.
Yeah.
Like that does seem to have been a joke.
Aurelia, by the way, after seeing Elishard with his situation and also noticing that I know Wotan said he was going out to stay with him, after noticing that he already had someone with him, going into the house, going into the front sitting room, sitting down in a chair.
Just first floor.
Yeah, first floor. Eyes
Okay,
out the window
Virshana's
to
there.
keep an eye on things. Virshana?
Virshana's there, just standing by the stairs.
Hi.
Has anything changed?
I have no idea what's going on or anything.
You look like shit.
Yeah, thanks. They're out the back, I think, burying people. Looks terrible. We need to secure the house. The alarm went off. They saw us.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is.
Well, I'll go have a look around then. These go upstairs, so if you need anything, just run up this way, and
Hey.
I'll be up there somewhere.
I'm gonna just sit for now.
Keeping an eye out. Wise tactical stance, yes.
Out back. As Wotan is following Elishard as he takes the bodies and lays them out somewhere to prepare to bury.
Real quick check. The fence around the house, is it? I forget because it's been several weeks since it was described to us. Is it a solid fence or is it a fence you can see through in parts or the whole way? Or
So it's about 4 feet tall of solid, and then another 4 to 5 feet of iron
Right,
spikes,
so
basically
not-
railing.
it's not one of those things where being out there is going to be immediately apparent to people passing by.
They'll be able to see you basically shoulders up.
Yeah. But crouch down burying somebody, it's going to be a little bit harder to.
Yeah, once you start digging down into the ground, then they probably won't be able
And
to see
Wotan
you.
is completely invisible, so good.
Being a dwarf.
You can probably see just the top of Wotan's hat.
So I have begun burying.
Yeah, Wotan sort of steps up beside him, sort of pulls a flask off of his belt, opens the flask, takes a drink, looks at it. I don't know if you need this right now, but it's what I do. And I pull up the flask.
Fuck you, dude.
Yes! Yes!
I'm so pleased.
Pause for a second, take it, drink, hand it back.
I already did my I don't know if you need this now, but this is what I do. And I was speaking to the two in the room.
Ever choosing to do this.
It's the best thing.
And just sort of as he's digging, I didn't sign up to kill civilians. No matter who they are or what potential threat they pose.
That's generally never been part of... I'm a criminal, but that's not part of my operation either.
I understand tactical awareness. I understand plans. But I also understand that there are some things you just don't do. Especially as he lays the child into the ground. No
Especially
matter
as a
what.
child.
I will gladly stand out on the front steps, sword at hand, waiting for Gabal, rather than this.
They'll have to learn that there are lines that you don't cross. Because if they want to win this game, they're going to need all of us.
We at least let the servants go. I scared the shit out of them, and they ran. But they ran.
Well, saves more of it at the very least.
You can go inside and help everyone else set up. I'm just gonna finish this and I'll come back in. The best place to set up is probably, they're gonna know something's wrong when they don't see the guards outside. And there's definitely damage to the hallway inside. We're gonna want to set up probably in that front room or just above it on the second floor. Someplace where we can draw them in, but without being in too tight of a situation ourselves. Unless they decide it's just not worth it and run. So we're going to need some place where we can quickly leap to attack them so they can't get away as well. Dining room, sitting room, and the balcony up top are probably good places to look at.
At this point, Virshana comes back downstairs. I found. You're here too. Looking at Diamond.
Diamond had seen Elishard walk out with the bodies and is followed Aurelia, and she looks queasy.
Okay. That's probably fair. And he's holding 3 bottles, all of which are filled with red liquid.
Those.
Apparently, they kept some curatives around, and some of you look like absolute garbage.
I double check that.
Your bedside manners are phenomenal.
I double check that with Eldritch Sight. It's a healing potion.
Looks like a healing potion, yeah.
Does it taste like a healing potion?
At some point, Wotan walks back inside and just sort of like begins to look for a good post.
Please, yes. We'll reach out and take one.
Had them locked away. They're probably pretty potent, I'm guessing. I'm not a
I've
healer
already started
myself.
drinking it.
4d4 plus 4.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey.
Where's
I'll do the
Cole?
plus 4 later.
Cole
8,
is
10,
actually
11,
out
12.
front, disguised as one of the warder guards,
Shane.
keeping it.
I have
Watch
18 hit points now. Woo.
Wotan is
Double
finding
digits.
a post
Raven
to sit
off
down
the shoulder because that's a dead giveaway.
Wotan is finding a post to sit down and start to take a short rest if he can.
Probably around this time, Zoe pops down the stairs and is like, "Oh, Aurelia, good, you're here. Come on, we need you."
Who killed the child?
I'm on my way down as well, and I just simply raise my hand.
Whatever. Aurelia, we need you. We can have moral discussions and complain about things after we are no longer in a hostile district, literally setting up an ambush in the house of another compact.
Yep, just establishing that. Okay, what?
Go on.
Bringing
I
Aurelia
will
upstairs.
remain downstairs.
Okay. I assume you show Aurelia the hallway of crystals.
Yeah. There is
Okay.
a hallway of magic crystals.
Okay.
Cora shot one and apparently it leaked out gas.
Shot one with what?
My guess is that there's some sort of energy focus, which seems to me like the kind of thing you might use to create an army of the undead.
Shot one with what?
An Eldritch Blast.
Okay, magic.
But
Got it.
magic that generally does the same thing that hitting something really hard does.
Yes. But I'm establishing things. Okay. Eldritch sight to see, like, while I'm still out in the hallway, to see if there are any because it was leaking gas. So I want to see if it's like affecting the rest of the room yet. The hallway.
Yeah, so outside the secret
Yeah.
passage, basically.
Uh-huh.
You don't see anything out here.
Right. Okay. Sure. Doesn't seem to be creeping out yet if it's magical. If it's poison, then, well, you would have gotten sick already. Maybe you've got a poison intolerance built up over many years of taking weird things. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going in there.
As we
If I
delve into
fall
Princess
over,
Bride references.
come and get me. I walk in the room.
All right, walking in.
Yep.
The place is pretty much ablaze with necrotic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's necromancy. Whatever energy is in these things. is
Same thing that I
primarily
saw because I
necromancy.
had looked at one of the guards.
Pretty similar, yeah. Mhm.
Pretty similar. Okay. I'm assuming I noticed the one that has rolled off in the corner.
Yeah, there's one
Yeah.
that's on the ground, and the matrix of focused energy here has destabilized slightly. Yes.
Okay. All right. There was gas leaking out. There was a very big concern about that. Is that like, does that seem to be magic?
Yeah.
Or is it like the
Mhm.
matrix of the, okay. So the gas is
Yeah, yes, you can see whatever enchantment this thing is. It's self-sustaining, but it's slowly bleeding some arcana energy out that's just dissipating.
got it. So basically my thought is, this is a matrix of some sort that can store magic. That's very interesting to me. I want to be able to bleed them off without destroying the crystals, if that's possible, based on what I can tell of how these things work and what I can see.
Based on what you can see, given that you're able to actually visualize it somewhat in a slightly easier to understand manner, give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay. 22.
22. I mean, Dispel Magic is always a good shot.
It is. Do I have Dispel Magic? Yes, I do.
Instead of a tentacle, your hand becomes a skeleton.
I don't have any spells right now though because I used them all. Have I gotten a rest just from sitting there so far?
No,
Or not yet.
You guys have been pretty much moving, running the entire time.
Right. So I walk and based on what I can tell, like the situation here with the one leaking out is fine. That's not gonna like destabilize further.
It's basically dissipating into neutrality as it gets
Got it.
out of the crystal, more or less.
Okay.
It's based on what you're watching. Just roll me a straight intelligence check.
Okay. 11.
Yeah, if you just left it alone, it might become inert over time, but it would probably take a very long time.
Very long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a minor leak at worst.
Got it. But if I just smash them all, then they would.
I mean, if you just
dissipate
if you
away.
actively smash the physical forms, it would probably completely
dissipate, but I'd lose
Yeah,
the
mhm.
crystal stuff.
you would definitely lose the crystal, and there might be some level of detonate. You don't know exactly if it's going to destabilize in a, shall we say, volatile manner.
Yep. All right.
But
so
you're
I
pretty
walk-
sure the magic would go away.
Yeah. So I walk out. So they are energy storing necromancy. They're probably powering the
Undead
things.
army, something else.
Yes, I can dissipate that, and maybe we can use those later for something. Or I can try and destroy them all, possibly blowing up this side of the house. I know your reaction to explosions, so I suggest you let me rest, and I can deal with this.
Yeah, I think that resting is probably good. We rest, we tell if all of their undead soldiers either drop dead or stop being undead, they're probably going to come back to where they have the magic soldier making dealies.
Right. Yep. I'm going to wait in here
rest.
then.
If they don't come back by interrupting our rest, then we dissipate it.
Yep. I'll be in there then. So if they come, then I'll blow everything up.
Works for me.
Okay.
Zoe heads down.
Walk back in the room.
Look, there's a
Sit
bed right
down.
there.
Yeah, I will say, by the way, this is the upper floor. There are plenty of beds here if you want me to drag one in.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool. I'm going to grab whatever mattress is on these smaller beds.
There's
Okay.
the door to the hallway is in a bedroom.
I know it's like trying to
There's
move a drunk person
actively a
out of
bed
the
Yeah,
right
you
there.
guys are in the closet of the master bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah,
For what that's
if,
worth.
If
but-
Aurelia just wants that to use that bed, that also totally.
Yeah, no, I'll go sit down on that one.
Diamond,
Okay.
make me a perception check. So you're just there, kind of collapsed, trying to piece things together.
kind of just keep it all together.
Yeah. And then you hear the rasp of a blade as Virshana draws his weapon and stares directly at you. And then points towards the window with the blade. We've got incoming. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.